Howdy, my name is Gunnar Clovis. I'm a game developer, and today I would like to play Catch the Play by Fierclash, my friend Will from real life. Ooh, what is that? So, Fierclash is a very simple edge page. Will's actually made a lot more games than this. I've seen at least 3 other games from him, and I'm sure there are others that aren't on this page that have not been uploaded. And again, I cannot stress enough how important it is that you upload everything you ever make. Doesn't matter how broken, doesn't matter how unfinished. You should upload everything. No game is ever finished. And so just upload it, dang it. You can upload an unfinished game to itch, even if like a really, really unfinished game, one you've barely started on, and then just update it over time. And in fact, that's kind of cooler when you have like a bunch of versions of your games that you can cite over time. That's really cool. And so yeah, I've seen like a couple space shooter type Galaga games from him. I'd like to see them on here. These 2 games were made for game jams. That actually, both game jams I kind of helped with. That was for the Global Game Jam site 2020 that I ran. And this is for the Trijam, which I don't help with the organization of that former, but I'm fairly involved with the community, and I made and run the Trijam Discord and help with a few things here and there. Really great organizers. Really love Trijam. Really love Rock Knight Studios. They're awesome. But yeah, Catch the Play. Don't miss this show. It's an action game playable in browser. Always make your games playable in browser. If it can run in browser, then it should. Oh, it looks like I left some comments. I forgot about this. This is for Trijam 50, which was, we're coming up on Trijam 60. And I've missed the last few because I've been too busy. And so, yeah, this was about 10 weeks ago. Wow, yeah, time flies. Oof. So, a daring adventure, a heartbreaking affair, a ghastly drama. The theater holds many stories to share. What will this play bring to the ever-waiting audience tonight? Don't miss this enthralling show and catch the play. Instructions: left and right arrow keys /AD to move left and right, left click to shoot, spacebar to jump. Created for Trijam 15, not the game you think it was. All assets were self-created. Note this project exceeded the 3-hour expectancy. Yeah, I believe Will mentioned he went quite over the 3 hours and spent kind of the weekend making this game. But I really like this game. Big fan of this. Made in Unity, you can enter full screen, which is good. It does not have the setting. I'm not sure where the setting is for Unity. I'm sure it's just in like the export settings. But for Game Maker Studio 2, you have an option that lets you center the game in the browser window. So here we can clearly see this is not centered. It's in the upper left-hand corner where on a computer, things are drawn from the upper left corner across and down. And so it's normal that something will be aligned here by default. But yeah, definitely make your game center. I wish this game, was like perfectly centered horizontally and vertically within the window. But it looks really good on the jam page. It looks very good. But I don't want to play it like this because, all these buttons are blocking the way. So I could like zoom out, but that sucks. I would like to see the full game. So I play it like this. And yeah, when I try and touch that play button, runs away from me, which I always really like. Then it disappears. And so I just kind of click away and get to this. And then we are here. I love so much about this. So I played this game a few times, and now I'm clicking to shoot out a bark. I've talked about this with Will. Really wish that bark was white instead of black, because you just cannot see it, especially when you're moving at high speeds. It's very difficult to see the bark. So I played this game the first time not knowing you could bark, because I did read the description, but once I read that description, I completely forgot everything that I read. And you don't need to use that that mouse click to bark. You don't need to do that. So here, I'm just kind of perfectly going along. Just pressing that. Oh yeah, and actually already beat the game, wow. I just replayed this for an audience, actually, and it was really hard because the computer was not handling it well. But yeah, I just kind of run till I catch up to this play button, and then I win. So that, actually, I kind of crushed that, I'll be honest. I kind of spaced out when playing when I was just talking, and I did really well. I did not do that well my first time playing. But yeah, it has this mechanic of left clicking to shoot these little barks from the dog, which is really funny, really cute. I think this game just has a ton of humor and charm. So I click around. Yeah, okay, it's not what I'm not exactly sure what triggers the play, the game playing. Yeah, but there's just so much to love about this game. When I knock the little cats off with the bark, or again, if I play like when I first did, I ran into the cats. They fall off the screen like... Oh, and actually I want to do that with those too. Yeah, they fall off the screen, which is really nice. It's not the same kind of fixed thing. I'm not sure if it's based on physics. It probably is. Like, what if we try and go backwards? No, it still goes forward. Whatever. Bark, bark, bark. I love the artwork. I love the little pixel art. It's very cute and very charming. I really like the music, actually. The music, yeah, it's repetitive, but it's not grating. For some reason, maybe just because I haven't listened to it too long in repetition. It is a really short track, isn't it? But I don't know. I like it. Oh no, here's a big gap actually. In the kind of music changing, and the melody went away. Yeah, I freaking like this music like a fair shake. But yeah, how all the objects fall down. I do want to slow down a little bit. Yeah, how they bounce, like look at how that cone, it's hard to see them moving so fast. Let's slow down. Let's take it down a few notches. But yeah, if we do that, look how the trash can little animates. It opens a little bit, and this will get knocked back. It's so cute. Oh, it's really polished. This game shows just like a lot of polish. Of course, you can always add more. There could be particle effects, like dust particles for when I jump and when I land. Maybe something a bit more abstract, like a trail following the dog. But it's still really polished. There's sound effects, there's music, there's pretty good art and animations for a game jam, especially one that was at least originally planned to be 3 hours. He went a fair bit over, but it's really solid. And yeah, I love how fast you go. You just start freaking booking it once you jump over everything. Yeah, I kind of wanted to hit more objects, so I slow down again. Because when it's going this fast, you can't really appreciate the little art of the objects so much. But yeah, just a really simple game. This could be made into an endless runner of some kind. Because right now there's a finite goal. And even though I think it's so funny and it's so charming, but yeah, this could be made into an endless runner, and then it would have kind of an infinite replayability factor. But this game works; it achieves pretty much everything it wanted to. Yeah, one of the big things is I didn't know about the shoot mechanic, so you use the shoot to clear away the cats. But even once but you don't need to. In fact, I play better when I just kind of ignore the shoot mechanic and just jump. So all of my brain power and focus is just spent on clearing these obstacles. And so I spoke to Will about this, and when you have a game mechanic, you really want to make sure that the player doesn't miss it. And here, the shoot mechanic, it's not needed. And in fact, I find it kind of suboptimal to use the shooting. And so you can when you have a situation like this, where there is a mechanic that you made that's like really good, you shoot like adorable little barks. The bark mechanic is really nice. And so it's a shame when players don't know about it, and especially even when they do and they ignore it. But yeah, the fact that I could get through the whole game without having to use the shoot mechanic, so I didn't know that it was there, I think that's a game design problem. And in this case, I think it could be solved in a few ways. I think the easiest and best solution would just be making an obstacle that you have to shoot that you cannot possibly jump over. And that's very clear. You don't want it to be like just at the height that my dog jumps, because then I can say, oh, maybe I could clear it. I just need to get a running start. And then when you only get inconsistent amount of chances every 10, 20 seconds or whatever it would be, you don't want to lead the player on. If it was about the size of that play button, either top or bottom, maybe top you can get away with, but I feel like it would be, as a player, I was like, maybe I could clear that. If I just get if I hold the button down longer, if I do it better, if I run faster. We don't want that. We never want to trick the player into thinking something is possible when it isn't, because that just really sucks for them. And so I think it should be a very tall obstacle, like about this height. That's like, yeah, that's clear I cannot jump over it, but also look fragile. It could be, I don't know, it could be whatever you wanted. This game has trash cans and traffic cones and, whatever you call those little traffic guidance things. And then, like, cats gripping onto trash or something. I'm actually not sure what the cats are doing in this game. Yeah, I don't understand what the cats are doing. But yeah, it could be like a big sheet of glass. It could be cardboard boxes. It could be anything destructible, I suppose, that looks very tall. Because then I have to bark at it to beat the game. This game's still really funny. I have to use the bark mechanic to beat the game. Otherwise, when I hit it, I clearly just slow down. But then, maybe players think that's just like a barrier they have to use. They have to walk through, so they have to make sure they're going as fast as possible for when they inevitably hit a barrier like that. Maybe it could just stop the player outright and then be like really devastating until the player just shoots it to destroy it, so they can pass freely. That could work as well. That would be a little bit more difficult to do for this game, I think, because just making an object that functions the same as those other objects but is taller, that shouldn't be that difficult. Of course, I can't know the inner machinations of the code, so there might be some twist to it that makes it more difficult, but that should be pretty easy. But depending on, I don't think the player's not really moving in this game. They move just back and forth a little bit. Otherwise, it's the ground is just making the illusion that it's moving, right? See that it's just these few tiles that are moving. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure the player's static in this position within the actual game world. And how the game is made. And then we have the little animation for the dog. I've never seen the end screen for this game, so actually I want to slow down and let the play button further get away. But yeah, I think this game's really good and really successful. Just a few things, that kind of game design thing. I think there could be mechanics within the game through different distinct objects, like I'm describing, that would force me to use the bark command. There could, of course, be more interesting obstacles, different types. There could be an endless runner mode. But I think it pretty much it achieves everything it should. I think it's very solid. Maybe just making the input a little bit more clear. You could have like floating controls that would show the input controls for the game, such as that clicking. They could be context sensitive if you're extra fancy. Context sensitive control prompts are really nice. But yeah, it's just a solid game. It's very complete. And again, Will's Fierclash's two games that are up on itch as of now are both Game Jam games, because the whole point of a Game Jam is to make you finish something, and that is the most important skill in game development by far, is finishing and shipping. And that's why Game Jams are so valuable. But I cannot recommend enough uploading everything you ever made. And this can be annoying. I admit myself, I still have a fair few old student projects that I need to upload. Sometimes I put off uploading stuff for quite a while, and I need to do better, because it's objectively better for me to do, as it is for you. But yeah, I'd say that's... I could talk longer, as always. If you know me, I could always talk longer. Cool, I wanted to see that you lost screen. I didn't know what that looked like. It's just the guy talking again. But that was Catch the Play, made for Trijam 50. Really, really loved this game. Did pretty well. Did number 1 in visuals, which is pretty cool. Out of 18 entries, that's not bad. Not bad at all. I love playing these games. I love playing these games for you guys. If you have an itch.io game you'd like me to play, please drop me a link in the comments. I would love to play it. If I don't play your game right away, just pester me. Just link it more. If it's something that I wouldn't play, then I will say that. And there's very few things that I won't play on the channel, and mainly just like, I don't really like political games, so I probably wouldn't play that, or anything like very violent or just trying to get overly violent and just trying to get like attention by being controversial. Those games are stupid. The games that are made to be controversial are made to be controversial, and they're not made to be good games, so they're always bad games. They're always really, really badly designed and really boring, and I have no interest in playing or featuring those games. But those games are very few in the overall pool, and I have not yet been asked to play a game like that. So there's no game that I wouldn't happily play, at least of that I've been asked so far. I doubt it. I doubt I would not want to play your game. And so if I haven't played your game yet, it's probably just because I didn't see the comment, because YouTube sometimes just hides comments from me because YouTube is dumb sometimes. It's very frustrating, actually. I get really, really mad at the YouTube comment section because it'll just like decide that it doesn't want to allow a comment to exist or to be seen. So just pester me, contact me on Discord. That's pretty easy to find. However you can. I'm at Gunnar Clovis on Twitter. And yeah, just ask me to keep playing your game because I would love to play it. If I have seen it and I did reply to you, it's probably like I added it to my pile, but I have a very, very long pile. I have, like these Chrome tabs that just have so many creator pages, and every creator page has a bajillion games. Look at all these games, and I want to play every one of them, but there's just a lot. But I'm making a video like this on the channel every single day, so I will get to all of them eventually. That is a Gunnar Clovis promise. I've done 2 months of this now. I've decided on January 1st of 2020 that I would upload a video every single day in 2020, and I've done that so far. It's been close. Today might be close. I'm recording this at 9:30 as of now. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it, and I cannot thank you enough for the support. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a wonderful night, morning, summer, wherever you are in the infinite timeline. Please be happy, please exercise, eat some broccoli, do some push-ups, maybe do a little bit of some jumping jacks and some aerobics. Aerobics is good. Do some yoga. And just have a wonderful day. Goodbye.